Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mampolo from Mampolo's Corner. Renee myself. Guys, like as you all know, not be every interview from Channel TV me I they like. When I know where my heart today, I'll be more of a rise. Now that they like their interview they do pa. And they like when they give interview, they hit the person. You they hit the person. But you get one interview when Channel TV do recently. That interview, people want to ask that question, then hit this guy. They hit her, they give up the person they collect. He remains one made they cry. I can't love this Channel TV interview. This particular interview, I love her. Because I've been Rise TV a day. They say, let me say not be a Rise TV now. Channel TV. You got one lady went there for the Channel TV. That lady, Sabi ask question. I don't they love that lady so much. If you say this lady, they fire question. They won't use question by a papa Lamidi. That they fire the man nearly won't cry. The word no that frustrate him with question. Then frustrate Lamidi. I've been a Lamidi a papa. Then frustrate the guy with question. The guy nearly won't cry. Now because say I'm a matured man, now he make a feel hold himself. No, this question. You see this question when Channel TV asks. You see this question when I ask, he enter. The best question when I don't see someone that bring somebody for interview, come fire and well. Now the best question when I don't see them when I don't stage person, now be this one. For those who never see whether they use question, they flog somebody. They flog a papa, they flog her. All right now. All right. Watch the video.
Mr. Lamidi Akpakpa joining us here this morning, the acting national chairman of the Labour Party. Good morning. Thank you for coming on today.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Well, what a scenario it was yesterday. And yes, there's been a lot of talk about what transpired, what this means, why this happened, what's the implication. But first, could you tell us what actually happened?
Well, yesterday I decided to go to the tribunal.
To do what?
Yes, to assert my authority.
Assert?
As the acting national chairman of the party. And then when I got there, there was a seat provided for the chairman of the party. I moved down to see Mr. Osuntokun. And I asked him that since I'm around here, you're not supposed to be here.
You mean
That seat is supposed to be for the chairman of the party.
The right your name?
Was it labeled?
No, it was not labeled here, it was designed. It was designed, you see the group there. The group were there.
Was it the only one sitting on all?
All of them that sat on the chairs there, they were from Labour Party.
The right and chairman?
I was the only person acting as somebody representing the party. But what he said was that, why are you asking me? Who are you?
You go bully somebody.
You don't know me. Say, I don't know you. Who are you? You don't know me. That was how the whole thing started.
Now you go bully him.
I saw him when he was talking here yesterday that he doesn't know me, just like what Peter Obi said.
They don't know you.
In fact, I was surprised that he said that.
They don't know you, Baba.
When he took over from the former doctor there, who was there, Okukwe. We had a meeting at Iperu when Okukwe was with us. And I was there as the most senior officer from the zone.
You mean now?
He came there, he was the person in charge of the Western Zone then. That's Mr. Osunkun, in charge of campaign. He met me there. Dr. Okugwe introduced me. Said he had been hearing of me for a very long time.
It's all right.
Here I'm live. He was sitting by my side. And surprisingly, he said he has never seen me too. He said it yesterday. So like what Peter Obi said. Well,
so was that the only seat available?
That was no. In fact, it was settled later. It was settled later. When people said, "Don't worry, you can sit anywhere," and during the time of recognition, all of you will now recognize you speak.
You define recognition.
Recognize you, and that was all.
You are looking for recognition.
The way by the place.
No, I'm coming to that level. That was a pre-court process. That time, the court has not started at the beginning. That's what the beginning. So where we all sat, myself and my team, we sat somewhere. Then when the court started, during introductions, the woman leader stood up and said she was representing Labour Party. I said no. I objected to it.
Ah.
I raised up my mind and I told the judge that I'm here, anywhere I am. Once I'm there, whoever that is there is a junior officer to me as far as the party is concerned.
This guy, you like power.
I am the acting national chairman here.
You like power, well.
Then the judge said, since we have argument over who represents the party, that she's not going to recognize any of the bodies as of today.
None and void.
Then we're all sitting. Now, after the close of the program, I was moving out. These boys came. They are from Aburi because Aburi and Peter Obi, they confronted me.
You gave evidence?
That they won't allow me to speak to the press. I said, why?
Yes,
that's yesterday. That they won't allow me to speak to the press. I say, I have the right to speak to this press.
You know good.
It was during that argument that they began to push me. They were pushing me. They removed my cap. They were shouting thief. Until police came to my rescue. And I was taken to the police station for some time before we used their car to take me out of the premises. It was a very bad day.
You mean
If not with the pressmen that were around,
yeah,
I would have been dead.
You mean
They tried to lynch me, and I know it's
in the court premises.
Yeah, the court premises. They wanted to lynch me.
For where camera full?
Aburi and Peter Obi. He organized it.
So obviously, I mean, you're in court. I mean, the reason why you have emerged acting
National Chairman of the party.
I like that woman.
Because there is a big dispute in court.
She's a bit ask question
over the chairmanship of the party, and it doesn't appear that the other members of the party recognize you as the chairman or acting chairman of the party. Not that they don't know you. I mean, I imagine that they've seen you before. Maybe they have even interacted with you. But that position is currently in contention. So when you went to court yesterday, was this something that you envisaged could happen?
Well, as a human being, you don't expect things to go all the time the way you plan it. What I was told, there was a pre-court meeting between my people and Obi group. And when they came, they said in that meeting, there was argument over who will lead the party. When they came, who will lead the team. And my people insisted that anywhere I am and the party has a program, I should lead.
Who are your people?
No, I'm talking about my ESCO. They went to see Obi Group.
Who are your ESCO?
Those who went, Arabambi was there, Daramola was there, Mike, Engineer Mike was there. So when they came back, they said what happened was that Obi insisted that he would not recognize me to be the acting chairman.
You are not recognized.
And in court, he would not recognize me.
Yes.
That was the beginning of the argument. They now said, who will now be there? If Aburi will not be there, because he has been asked to step aside, who else will be there? But as far as the party is concerned, I'm the next person to Aburi. This argument was so hot. They came back to my hotel when it was a few minutes after 1 a.m. That's when they came. And they say one of them said that if I should be there to that yesterday, then they will deal with me.
It's all right.
And I thought it was a joke, and they have done it.
All right. So? You forgot today again.
No, the Arab confirmed this to me. And Daramola was there, Engineer Michael Outer. So the man who said it, I want him to say it by himself.
Okay, because you made allegation saying that Mr. Aburi and Peter were the ones who organized to.
Yes. You know why I said that?
How do you substantiate?
You know why I said that? It was a confirmation of what they said previously. What they said, Peter Obi insisted that he would not recognize him to be the acting chairman of the party.
Does that then mean that?
No. And if I should be in court yesterday, I will be dealt with. They will say they were there. It's not. He
told you that.
I mean, the people who went there told me this.
So this is a third-party information.
I'm just telling you that. I'm not saying that. He told me. But I'm quoting them. This is what they said. And it was actually
Did you hear them
executed.
saying it?
So it was executed.
Obviously,
Ask my
all
fear.
is not well within your party, and it would seem that the major bone of contention that they have right now is recognizing you as chairman.
Yes.
Why is it so important to you that you be recognized as chairman?
You define power.
I'm not calling myself chairman. I said acting national
African people.
I've never said I'm the national chairman. But if Aburi has stepped aside, I'm the next person in hierarchy. No that person should occupy the place except myself.
You mean
Given the contention that it is causing, the bad blood it is causing, the divisions it's causing, the distrust, because the major bone of contention right now is that they do not trust that you will continue this case in court.
They don't trust you.
That you are going to
See your
continue
face.
with the mandate.
Your face don't change.
The
There's
mandate
vest.
that Mr. Peter Obi is seeking in court. There are a lot of trust issues around your continuing to be acting national chairman.
We don't trust him.
If there is a trust deficit, isn't it in the best interest of your party that you step aside and say, you know what, if this is the situation, then maybe somebody else should take over?
Let me tell you, there's nothing like distrust. There's nothing like distrust. This is our project. It is Labour Party project. Obi is our project.
I don't think so.
And nobody should deviate from that project. Whether I am there, whether somebody else is there, that project must be executed by all of us. So for you now, if there is any deficit in terms of trust, that cannot be referred to me. I want to be to say to the whole world, why is he behaving the way he's behaving to me? I have never done anything bad to him.
So why are they accusing you then of trying to withdraw the case or stall the case?
If you are accusing somebody, is it possible for somebody to withdraw a case with the word of mouth?
You want to be saboteur.
I put it in writing, and I've told the whole world, if you have any evidence to prove that I have done this, I've done that, bring it to the whole world to see. They have not done that. It's nothing but blackmailing.
Your body language.
Say that Obi is our project. That's what you say.
Yes, I believe in it.
Yet this same Mr. Peter Obi obviously does not recognize you as chairman.
Oh
He
dear.
doesn't.
So if that is the situation,
I will not say that openly that he doesn't, because he's bound to recognize me.
Bound?
He is bound. He's not the owner of the party. He met me in the party. I've stayed in the party for 21 years. Obi is less than 1 year in the party.
This guy like power.
I'm not going to appeal for him to recognize me.
You are not recognized.
Recognize me. The party belongs to Nigeria.
You cannot be recognized.
A particular tribe. He is bound to recognize me.
It's a lie.
but if this is a situation that you have found yourself, isn't it in the best interest, in the overall interest of the party, and perhaps at least for the duration of this election petition court hearing, that you step aside and maybe let somebody else whom everybody can trust to be the acting? After all, it is an internal party affair, and if this is based on trust, then you let the person whom everybody can trust take over.
I will interpret the word everybody can trust. If I am bound to be trusted, if I've been there, I've never been found wanting for the past 21 years. If he should be here now, he's the person that should be checked. If you are in the party just less than a year,
it's all right.
And you destroy somebody who has been there for the past 21 years.
We don't want you.
Who is deceiving who?
We don't want you, Baba.
He should be checked.
I mean, because when you say some of the key leaders don't recognize you or say they don't want your presence, you say Mr. Obi doesn't, Mr. Shizokun doesn't, Mr. Abure doesn't, several people don't. So
not several. These are the people, not several.
The key people.
No, when you use the word key people, I don't want to say this in the open.
These are the key people.
Now, Obi is a Christian. Abure is a Christian. Oshutoku is a Christian. I'm the only person that's a Muslim among them.
What has that got to do with?
No, it has got to do
Put
with
religion into this.
Because if he doesn't believe that, this is the way he operates.
How?
Now, even during the campaign process, during the campaign issue, during our campaign, the list of committee there was over 1,000.
Just too horrible.
How many people operated it?
But
less than 10.
But we also understand that none of the state chairmen recognize you.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Let me tell.
Why shouldn't he say that? There was a
No,
next meeting.
no. I say I want to. Why I use that way. I'm not condemning that word. I'm only trying to explain why it must not be so.
Don't say
Now,
that.
before at the beginning of this crisis, Aburi invited state chairman to Benin for solidarity. It was at that meeting that this court, Abuja court injunction
this guy.
came up. And immediately he gave them a charter plane to come down to Abuja. Not only for them, they didn't actually know what happened. They gave him that recognition at the headquarters. And today, some people worship money. But what I'm saying now, I am not against Aburi's position. I am against the compliance with the court order.
Which court?
I'm not after his position. That's why I keep on saying acting appointment. What I'm saying is that he can still come back to the position if he's able to clear his
Baba,
case.
go and rest.
But for anybody to sit on that seat and disobey court order, I won't tolerate it.
You got caught.
Expressly say that you have to be the one to sit there.
No, it doesn't. The court says one of the deputies will take over.
Exactly.
No, I'm just telling you.
Did the court say you will be the one there?
Now, when this thing happened, a National Working Committee meeting was held where I was elected. Then, secondly, the other two deputies at the Akwanga Convention, that is democratic. At the Akwanga Convention, we have late Absalam as the chairman, myself, the next person, and we have one lady, Lebeka. We just have two deputies that were democratically elected at that convention. Lebeka has left. I am the only one that is democratically elected.
Oh dear.
The other two deputies were platform deputies. That is from the NSC and TUC. And these are people that are recommended to the party. They are not elected. They can be withdrawn by their platform at any time. I am the only one left as the democratically elected deputy.
Only you.
Even the people who brought this report who are brought or nominated by the labor unions,
Yes.
the labor unions too say, we don't recognize you.
Oh,
That's what the NLC has said.
That they don't recognize.
They don't recognize
they
you.
don't know you.
That's what they have said. The state party chairman, you said they were misled. They don't recognize you. If everybody is saying we don't recognize you, the law did not expressly say that you should sit in that seat. You said the law said one of the deputies should sit there. It didn't say you. So if that is the situation that you have at hand, Mr. Akpakwa, I'm wondering, why is it compulsory? Why throw your party into this level of turmoil?
Yes.
Let me clear that point. In Labour Party constitution,
Yes.
what it says that a National Working Committee meeting will be held, and that National Work Committee has a right to view vacancies that occur within a period before the next meeting. And if you have this type of scenario, you cannot wait for 6 months before you occupy the position of a vacant position of the national chairman. And in that constitution, it does not even say that I should consult. Okay. No consulting in that constitution. I wish I have the consent with you. You will see that it does not say. It said in absence of the national chairman, the deputy will take over in acting capacity. I've not done anything beyond that.
Let's bring in our colleagues in Lagos.
Thank you.
It would seem like, this situation was inevitable from the onset because of a myriad of reasons. Besides the state chairman refusing to recognize your claim to being the leader of the party, the NLC also threw its weight behind the Aburi faction of the party. And, just to also add to that, prior to this time, after a court order was issued, supporting you, so to speak, reports were to the effect that you demanded that the lawyers should brief you, having decided to take over your claim to being the leader of the party. But the lawyer to your presidential candidate also refused to recognize you. So my question, it will be, as a result, why go to the court in the first place when, all of these challenges, are still bedeviling your party?
They don't know you. Well, they don't know you.
Well, I would not regard it as a challenge per se. My going to court is to assert
Assert?
the authority of the chairman.
Will you keep quiet?
And that's exactly
Which chairman?
what I have done.
Which chairman?
Is it true? Is it true that Mr. Levi Uzoku refused to deal with you, refused to recognize you, and in fact refused to provide you with updates as you requested on the case?
Now, well, the issue of whether recognizing me or not, you have to report to the principal. The man that paid the lawyers, I know, is Peter Obi, and they must be answerable to him.
Oh.
But it's also the duty of whoever is in charge of the party to say, I want to be briefed. I have the right to be briefed. Then the issue of NSC recognizing Aburi, we are recognizing somebody that has forged documents. I've never seen a country like Nigeria. Somebody who forged documents and is not being recorded. He's still parading himself. In what type of society are we running? I am not saying I'm not after a position. Step aside. When you step aside, somebody must take over. Elected, somebody that's democratically elected should take over, not somebody. The platform of NSA and TUC that they are saying they recognize Aburi. NSA has its own constitution. Labour Party has its own constitution. You cannot combine both. NSC's constitution cannot override Labour Party constitution. It is not the same.
Power, they hungry you.
The NLC has approached the court asking it to interpret the two conflicting court orders on the claim to leadership of your party. Why not wait for the court to determine that matter instead of continuing to seek recognition, which appears to be a losing battle for you?
Yes.
It's not a losing battle.
You are a failure.
That order
You're a failure.
is determined. As of today, that we mustn't have a vacuum. No vacuum in any system. As of today, I'm the only person who has the right to be there. If tomorrow there's another order that say don't do that again, I will leave. I'm not so interested in forcing myself to anybody or forcing myself on the party. If there's any order from the court tomorrow say Aburi is free, I go back to my office as Deputy National Chairman. Nothing more, nothing less.
So you plan to remain in the Labour Party, but I'd like you to speak to this point that has been raised time and again. In fact, someone earlier said it on the program, saying that it looks like behind the scenes this is the hand of the APC, and I'd like you to speak to your affiliations or otherwise to the APC or members, people in the APC, to the extent that it was said that you were paid. I think you have spoken to that. But regarding the question about your affiliations, whether or not you're acting a script written by the APC, is that true?
That's not correct. I've said several times here, anybody who has an evidence to prove should bring it for the whole world to see. It's all blackmailing.
So why then is this statement, was this statement released that while that issue was playing out in court, that some people in your faction actually went to a court in Kano seeking to upturn the victories of the Labour Party in this election? Are you aware of that?
It is a Aburi group that went to Kano. And what they went for was to restrict us from operating the account of the party. Unfortunately, we got wind of it, and then we tackled it immediately.
So now the money, now they fine.
Well, Mr. Akpakpa,
yes.
Just one more.
Yes.
I hate to put you on the spot, but other key leaders who choose not to recognize you are also demanding that you also present your claim to being a key member of the party, other than the fact that you led the opening prayer at the presidential primaries for your presidential candidate in Delta State last year. Well, prayer is good, but what are your other works that you can lay claim to?
Only prayer I do.
Thank you very much. Well, I've said it before. Apart from the prayers that I did in Asaba, which I know I succeeded at least 80% of what I said in that prayer. The Labour Party has not been finding so good. And look at the outcome today. If you people hate that prayer doesn't work, I will say another one in contrary.
No, pray again.
Let me go further to.
Don't you pray, don't do.
What have I done after the prayers? I said it here that during Obi's campaign, the one he did in Edo, I was there.
You were there.
And after the campaign there, I was in his aircraft from that place to Abuja.
They carry you for free. I be your work.
Beyond that, the one he did in Ekiti, I was with him at Afebala campus. I led the team that hosted him. I led the team that hosted him at a way of Ado Ekiti. I led the team that welcome me at Ondo.
Well, Mr.
The one that left.
Now me even do work pass you for labor. Now me do work pass you for labor.
Because at the NEC meeting, which the Labour Party held in Asaba, April the 18th now, you were suspended as well as others.
Yes.
And they asked that, so what powers are you operating with, the NWC members or the NEC? Do you have the backing of the NEC? Because for them, you are suspended.
But a suspended member.
Let me tell you this. That NEC in Asaba was an illegal one.
Ah.
And I keep on saying it was an illegal NEC meeting.
Because they
So
suspend
do
you.
you have the backing of the party's NEC?
You ask me a question, and I must respond to it. If a NEC meeting was conducted by an officer that had been asked to step aside, it's an illegal one. Aburi led that, convey that meeting. He supervised it. This is a man that has been asked to not to parade himself as from April 5. He conducted it. Whatever he is doing at that period was an illegal one.
You mean now?
And that was why our own NEC meeting in Bauchi, which I organized, I pronounced it there with the support of the NEC members there, that we also pardon our principal.
So there are two NEC meetings.
Yes.
So as we wind down, did you vote in that election, the last election?
Yes, I voted.
Where did you vote?
I voted in Ibadan.
The Labour Party, who did you vote for?
I voted for Obi.
Did they win in your polling unit?
Yes, he won.
Your ward?
In Ibadan here. Now, you may not know the place.
You know win for your ward.
You
win for your ward?
How do you know? I don't know the place.
So I voted. Ask anybody. And my unit.
Are you
the way I campaign for Obi?
Yeah.
May God reward me.
So, since are you going to go back to court again if by the next hearing?
I intend to go.
But the court, you said it yourself that the judge said, well, since they're disputes, they won't recognize any one of you. Why would you still go?
That's on that day. Maybe by the next one, I can be recognized.
If it happens again, they may not recognize anyone.
I will
of
go
you.
back.
You like recognition.
All right.
Oh, no, I don't hear from a papa. I've been a papa, and they call. I don't know that they call up. We don't say when you know come court, but if you come court, stay at the back, behave yourself. Quiet, and make constitution enter your head. If you go court, everybody is allowed into court. You know they are not reject. They're not they pursue you come out for court. But if you go court, quiet. Allow Nigerian constitution to enter your head. Allow Nigerian constitution to enter your head. Maybe you go there, you tell somebody, you go to uninstall person, say somebody stand up. I'm here to assert authority. Which authority? Oh no, when the African men when they find authority up and down, or they find power when we no get. I don't get my time. I don't see until they answer up on that. Then flog them with question. Guys, if you love what you're doing, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter, and on TikTok. All of my personal love, guys. Peace out.